view on virtue. So when we talk of this module, there are only three objectives that we would like to attain. Number one, we would like to know and understand Aristotle's view of virtue. Second, we'd like for you to understand what telos is, diba? And know your sense of telos. And lastly, we'd like to understand happiness in Aristotle's point of view and evaluate again happiness in your own context. So I'll be asking again everyone to share later their new perspective about happiness after we discuss Aristotle's point of view of happiness. So who is Aristotle? Aristotle is one of your Greek philosophers. He lived in Stagira, a small town in northern Greece, for around 384 BCE to 322 BCE. He's an ancient Greek philosopher and a scientist who is so considered one of your greatest thinkers in politics, psychology, and in ethics. You have heard his points of view and many different topics on ethics since the beginning of this class. So today, this whole session will be all about his point of view, no? Yung point of view niya sa virtue. So his view of many things is of course a product of him being taught by Plato, no? Plato is one of your great thinkers then, no? All of these are free thinkers, and back then in Greece, the way they do things, when you talk of academy there, is a lot different from the academy that we know today. Academy today is formal institution. Back then, when you talk of academy, it's more of the discipleship. It's more of apprenticeship. You get to learn from someone whom you call a teacher, and you become a student of him or her, and that at a right time, no, you get to be a teacher as well, no, based from what you had learned from that person. So yun po yung nangyari, no, kay Aristotle. Learning from Plato, and then eventually he became one of the great thinkers, free thinkers of Greece, and he tutored Alexander the Great. So what is his view of virtue? Aristotle believed that virtue is a trait of mind or character that help us achieve a good life guided by reason. So when we talk of these, excuse me, wait lang ha. Believe that virtue is a trait of mind or character that help us achieve a good life guided by reason. So there are two facets here that I'd like you to point your attention to. So number one is virtue is a trait of mind. So anong punto lang rito ni Aristotle? Na ang pagpapakabuti ay bunga ng tamang paggamit ng pag-iisip. Meaning, pinag-iisipan ang paggawa ng mabuti. Dahil rational tayong tao, because we are all rational people, no, we use our rational mind to decide what is good. And that, second point, character helps us achieve a good life by guided reason. So again, talking about the faculty of mind, guided by your own reason, human reasoning, we can actually choose to do good every day or every instances that we are presented with a decision to create or a decision that has to be good. Diba? So, simplehin pa natin, ang pagpapakabuti ay bunga ng pag-iisip ng mabuti. Not the NG ha, NANG. Ibig sabihin, proseso siya, no? Hindi siya hindi siya adjective. No, adverb yung ginagamit natin dito. Meaning, kailangan mag-isip tayo ng mabuti para makagawa tayo ng mabuti. Now, given that, Aristotle pointed out that we can use our human reasoning, our faculty of mind, to decide of what is really good. Then, he also argumented that our passion, faculties, or state of character, all of these must be in union with what we know to be good. Okay? So lahat ng ginagawa mo, your passion, the way you frame your mind, your mindset, and your character must all be gearing towards you doing good in order for you to really tell to yourself that you are actually a virtuous person. So, again, we can regulate ourselves so that we can do what is good. Okay. Now, what is telos and why is telos important, no? Doon sa konteksto ng pagpapakabuti. Telos, no, is purpose. Okay? So, when you talk of telos as a word, Aristotle said that everything in this world, may it be a human artifact, natural, and man-made, all of these are actually created because of intentions. So may purpose lahat. The inherent purpose of each thing, the ultimate reason for each thing being the way it is, whether created that way by human beings, man-made or natural po, all of these, or nature, all of these, meron siyang purpose. So, anong gustong kapuntuhan ni Aristotle sa point of view na to? So, ginawa ang tao para mag-isip, so may kakayahan siyang mag-isip, kaya may kakayahan siyang gumawa ng mabuti. Ngayon, para malaman niya kung ano ang mabuti, dapat alam ng tao kung ano yung purpose niya. Okay. So, dahil alam niya ang purpose niya, pwede niyang iangkla yung paggawa ng mabuti doon sa purpose niya bilang tao. So anong purpose natin, no, bilang tao? Gaya nga na nabanggit na kanina ng kaklase ninyo sa chat box. Yun yung itatanong ko sa inyo mamaya. Pero daanan muna natin to. So imposible kasi na sabihin natin na hindi natin alam ang purpose natin. Okay? Mas tamang sabihin na dumadaan tayo sa proseso ng pag-discover, no, ng purpose natin. Hindi sa wala tayong purpose, ha. Mali yun. Tayong lahat may purpose tayo. Bakit? Kasi nga kung yung mug na ginawa ng tao may purpose, what more the person who created that mug, di ba? So yung mug, para saan ba siya as a human artifact? Ang mug, kaya mo siya dinisenyo na ganyan, may purpose yan. No? It's actually to what? Sustain heat, di ba? Kaya siya naging ganyan yung itsura niya. And that para protektahan yung taong umiinom nito. Kaya naging ganyan yung itsura ng handle niya. Ngayon, kapag hindi mo ginagamit ng tama yung mug according to its purpose, like for example, ginamit mo yung mug, no, na pambato sa asawa mo dahil galit na galit ka sa kanya, okay? Yun ba yung purpose ng mug, 'di ba? Hindi. So nagiging masama, no, yung isang bagay kung hindi mo siya ginagamit sa tamang purpose niya. Same with the mug being used to hurt other people instead of drinking coffee with it. Same with chairs, no? That is actually intended for seating pero ginamit mong pang what? Pang uh, pamalo, for example, no? Pamalo sa iba. So hindi siya nagagamit ng tama. Ano pa? Instead na ginamit mo pa siyang chair for seating, ginamit mo siya pang barricade, no? So pag hindi ginagamit ang isang bagay sa tamang purpose nito, it creates chaos. Yun lang yung gustong sabihin ni Aristotle. So, ang gusto nilang sabihin, lahat tayo nakadesenyo sa isang purpose na dapat natin fino-fulfill. So, human artifacts as it is, lahat yan may purpose. Ngayon, even nature has its own purpose. So, the inanimate has purpose, the animated, the living things has purpose. So, dahil may purpose, for example, yung living thing gaya ng puno, 'di ba? Para saan yung puno? To produce fruit, kung fruit bearing yung puno na yon, provide shade, provide ventilation. Kapag ka mainit, 'di ba? Mas nagiging maalwan, lalo na kung may puno na malapit dun sa lugar ninyo or maraming puno dun sa lugar ninyo, hindi niyo masyadong mararamdaman yung init, no? Because it absorb heat. So all of these, no, na nangyayari sa isang natural object ay simple lang, pinufulfill niya yung purpose niya eh. Kaya okay siya. Kaya nag-grow siya. So ang tanong is, sa tao, paano yun, 'di ba? Ano ba ang ultimate purpose ng tao? So ang argument ni Aristotle ay the ultimate telos of human being is to what? Experience happiness. And happiness, no, in their word is eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is happiness not as a feeling, but happiness as more like of a fulfillment. Meaning, ang happiness para kay Aristotle is when people get to fulfill their purpose. I hope you're getting where Aristotle is leading us in terms of what happiness is. Happiness is us fulfilling our purpose or what we are intended to what we intend to do with this life. So Aristotle states that each human being should use his ability to their fullest potential and should obtain happiness and enjoyment through the exercise of realized capacities. So importante that at this point in time you're exploring everything that you can actually do, your talent, your gifts as a person. You have to maximize all of these and explore all of these paths so that you get to understand what your purpose is, no? And if in case you're struggling with your purpose, it's okay. All of us will experience that, no? Lahat tayo dadaan diyan. Pero ang kagandahan is that we take action towards knowing our purpose. Why? Because all of us should gain self-actualization. Sa point of view at sa theory ni Abraham Maslow ng hierarchy of needs, ang pinaka-pinnacle ng hierarchy of need is self-actualization. And self-actualization is only met when all of the four sub needs are already met. Ano yung mga sub-needs ng tao? Physiological, safety needs, these are all of your basic needs. If these are not met, you cannot move forward and prioritize the next two needs. Okay? So again, it's important that all of us get to satisfy first our basic needs before we move to psychological needs. Ano ba yung mga psychological needs? Belongingness and love needs, esteem needs. So possible that at this point in time, this is our struggle. No? We're struggle for what? Friendship, intimacy, kung wala pa kayo nahanap na partners, di ba, in life, or maybe you're building your career, your esteem needs are being met by you really exploring your careers or proving your worth in your respective organizations. So again, this we will struggle a little bit in terms of finding our place and our purpose, not only in our families but also in our work and the many things that we do as people. All of these will fall under psychological needs. Now, if all of these four are being met already, and I hope that's our goal, we all would die, or before we die, we can really have a good reflection of the life that we had lived, diba? And that we can actually say to ourselves, okay ako sa buhay ko, diba? Naging fruitful yung buhay ko kasi nakuha ko at nagawa ko yung full potential ko. So hopefully hindi tayo yung may hang up sa buhay pagdating ng 50. Dapat pagdating ng 50, okay na tayo, 'di ba? Ready na tayo to die. Ganon. Hopefully, kasi yan yung life expectancy sa Pilipinas eh. By 50 daw, by 51 dapat masaya ka na kasi hanggang 50 lang ang buhay ng tao sa Pilipinas. Maswerte ka na kung mag 51 onwards ka. Pero ang gusto ko lang ipunto dito is that I hope that at that age, when you get to hit that age, hindi na struggle sa inyo yung apat, 'di ba? At that age, dapat na meet na natin one way or the other yung mga basic needs natin. Hindi tayo problema sana sa pera pagkadating ng edad na 'yan, or sana hindi na natin struggle yung ating purpose sa office or purpose sa organization ninyo, purpose sa mga pamilya ninyo, purpose sa kung wala pa kayong love life at doon kayo nagka-love life during sa age na yan, okay lang rin, 'di ba? Pero sana hindi na kayo immature, 'di ba, pag pumasok kayo sa relasyon at that age. Why? Because you all have experience already, 'di ba? certain stages in your life that should have built you to become better people by that age, so that we can all self-actualize, hopefully, no, at that age bracket. So self-actualization, or people who have self-actualized, are those people who have fulfilled uh, doing, no, what they are capable of. And that's our ultimate goal, di ba? Na as people, when we talk of happiness now, it's really us doing our purpose in life. So, what would be Aristotle's definition of happiness? According to Aristotle, happiness is the meaning and purpose of life. The whole aim and end of human existence would be your purpose. And when you get to know your purpose, you can die at any time. Ganda nun, 'di ba? Kapag alam mo na yung purpose mo sa buhay, wala kang hang up sa buhay. You can face your creator or anything that you believe in, 'di ba? Happy. Why? Because you know that you have done things to attain your purpose. So, Aristotle introduced the science of happiness. So, according to him, in his work Nicomachean Ethics, no, he presented his theory of happiness, and he contended that in aiming for happiness, the most important factor is to have complete virtue. So ang pinaka-determinant ng pagiging masaya ng tao ay pagkakaroon ng good moral character. So, kapag ka mas mabuti kang tao, or pagka, hindi na mas, no? Tanggalin natin yung mas. Kapag mabuti kang tao, definitely maiintindihan mo kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng pagiging masaya at maligaya, no? Again, bakit mo siya naiintindihan? Kasi alam mo yung purpose mo sa buhay. Kasi nga, according to Aristotle, happiness is you fulfilling your purpose. And when you get to fulfill your purpose, the ultimate determinant factor para hindi ka ma-burn out sa purpose mo ay gumawa continuously ng mabuting bagay. So, Aristotle said that happiness consists in achieving through the course of a whole lifetime. So hindi siya one time big time, masaya na ako, no? Hindi, progression siya sa lahat ng aspect ng buhay mo. Health, wealth, knowledge, friends, and all of the dimensions that you would like to grow, no, in this life. And hopefully, when you are ready to face death or the perfect state of human nature, diba? We can all say that we had done to the best of our ability to improve ourselves in all aspects of our lives. So in the next 30 minutes, what we would like to do is for you to define your purpose. Okay? So before we do that, of course, I'd like it to be guided by what Maud Adel said. Happiness is a choice and not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy unless you decide to be happy. And your happiness will not come to you. It can only come from you. Okay? So since happiness is all about you knowing your purpose and you living by that purpose with good moral character, now I'd like to know, no, what do you think your purpose